So they want f composed of g. So that's what that little circle means. It means put the function g into the function f. So to do that, here's my function f. There's nothing to put in yet because we're dealing with just constants, and here we go. I've gotten to the variable of the function, u. I'm going to replace u with g, 5 square roots of x. And that's it. That's f composed of g. That's the algebra part. So 5 times something over 10, we'll make those cross cancel. So this is pi square roots of x over 2. Now for the calculus part, they want us to take a derivative of this thing with respect to x. So to take a derivative, there we go, that's a terrible pi, but to take a derivative cotangent, it's negative cosecant squared x usually, but instead of x, we have something more complicated for the argument. It's pi square root of x over 2. Oh, yeah, that's the derivative cotangent. That's the derivative of the outermost function. Now the derivative of the innermost function, the pi over 2 is just a constant. The 1/2 power on x is going to come down and multiply and get reduced by 1. So the derivative of pi square roots of x over 2, look, you could write it like this if that helps. That's the same thing. So the 1/2 comes down and multiplies, so that's pi over 4. And then it's x to the negative 1/2 power because the power has to reduce by 1 when we use the power rule. Okay, now we're done. We use the chain rule, we have the derivative, and they want us to evaluate this at 1. So they want us to, wait, do they? I don't think yep, that is x equals 1 that they want. So you're plugging 1 into the derivative. So square root of 1 is 1, so this is negative cosecant squared pi over 2. And then pi over 4 times 1 is pi over 4. So we need to know what cosecant pi over 2 is. So if you're not sure how to do that without a calculator. Pi over 2 in radians. You can convert that to degrees by cutting the pi and multiplying by 180. So that should make 90. So this is a 90-degree angle. And cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, right? So cosine is always the x-coordinates, sine are always the y-coordinates on the unit circle. And the unit circle is a radius of 1, so this is 0, 1. So sine at pi over 2 is 1. Cosecant is just the reciprocal, 1 over 1. So in other words, cosecant pi over 2 is 1. And so 1 squared is 1. This is negative 1. This whole thing evaluates to be. So our final answer is negative pi over 4.